Steve, you are muted.
Turn your mic on.
This goes out to Philip. Here's your answer about the database.
I'll take Fleet Admiral AMA for 400, Alex.
And the answer is, this project will be done soon.
There you go. Thank you. So good evening, everybody. This is your Fleet Admiral Stephen Parmley. We're joined with Captain Judson Fitzik, Colonel Tim Johns, Lieutenant Junior Gray Drew Mariner, Admiral Jeffrey Higgins, Chief of Comms, and Lieutenant Commander Gregg Kliener. And tonight's episode is being ran by Lieutenant General Edward Tunis III. Welcome to a special, it's our last stream of the year. This is the New Year stream. I also want to give a shout out and congratulations to Philip Cox. He has been voted for the vote of confidence in the Region 1 RC. So he will assume office permanently starting tomorrow morning. So congratulations to Philip. I hope you're ready for a good run. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you all have a blessed evening with family and friends or whatever you're doing. Just make sure you stay safe. So tonight we have a video kind of looking over what we did this year. So it's just a little special video. So hang on one second. Good evening, everybody. Can everybody hear me all right? If you can, give me a thumbs up. I apologize. I
have a confession to make.
Uh-oh. Are you really James Herring in disguise? Who the heck is this? Oh, it's not my daughter, but it is the lovely Kimberly Donahue who says, no more caffeine for you, mister.
Why not do a formal dinner? I think you muted yourself there, Steve.
I did. I'm sorry. Lieutenant Colonel Chris Gibson of the USS Dark Saber passed away the other day due to complications with his leukemia. Kim, you want to be CS? It's all about Kim in the name of Kim being the new CSAI. If you don't, you're like, Kim, you're it. Congratulations, I So first, I would like to make a public apology. So there is some discussion in the fleet that I have lied about a few things about me. So let's go ahead and get this corrected now.
There it is. MSR. Nothing happened this month thanks to COVID. End MSR.
Well, I've seen worse. Jason, look what I got now.
Oh,
my wife brought home a cat. Don't forget, December 19th at midnight is the deadline for submission of challenge coins. If you would like to submit a design, let me rephrase this. This is not a design you draw by pencil on a paper and send me the picture of that. Do we have any other questions? This is actually the most I've had. So, hey, I like this. Maybe I should just not have anybody else in here with me. So it's a little bit of what we did over this past year.
How many times did you actually quit?
Oh, God, I've quit so many times, and everybody's like, well, we don't want James Herring as Commander Starfleet. Please don't do it. So I keep coming back. I don't know why. It's scary. I want to, but then I don't. And then people threaten me. Like Drew over there, second term, and then Tim Johns, second term, and Tiffany talking about a lifetime appointment. Yeah, no, thank you. Shout out. Congratulations to Barry Clark. He got engaged Corrine the other day. Congratulations. Yes, anybody that's wanting to come on after dark at the first of the year, please send an ad request to Captain Judson Fitzik. He'll get you scored away and we'll get you scheduled on.
He's over there.
Yes, he
on the other side.
Yes, he is this woolly mammoth looking guy right here. All that massive hair. See some gray coming in finally, Justin.
It's been coming in. I got 3 kids.
That's not gray. It's service stripes.
Then you buy it.
I like that.
Oh,
I like that.
So, what type of plans you guys got for New Year's in your neck of the woods?
This is it.
Oh, hang on. We got to make that bigger.
I am so sleeping on the couch after this now.
I hope she knows that this is being broadcasted like everywhere. Can she still not?
Right? You can hear you, Steve. Thank you.
We're watching you live.
good.
God.
Yeah, you got to.
And so is everybody on Facebook and YouTube.
Wow, like she's a cheerleader in the cyberspace. Sorry, look,
Yeah. Okay.
virtual reality. What are you breaking into? Okay.
Wasn't that the naval signal for SOS?
I'm trying to get the runway for the planes to come in.
So now I can't be too loud now because now they're bringing my nephew in here to sleep. So I gotta be quiet, or the wife's best friend's gonna attempt to beat my ass.
The wife will.
The wife, oh, but the wife can spank me. It's okay.
You have to stay on mine. Like my sleeping child. You won't beat your kids like they're mine. They wake you.
Oh, now watch.
I don't think he has a
bottom picture. Look, see?
You rearranged the room. Aww.
Hey, hold on. What if we wake him? Do you beat Steve?
Oh, you all can eat a dick. I don't think so. They're like, if we beat him, if we wake him up, will you beat Steve? I mean, no, y'all can eat a dick. She's playing Beat Saber. She's playing something. She has Paul. What a dick. He's got these note cards made up just where you can randomly throw them up there. Watch, look, he's looking through them now.
He's got a 6-inch stack of these stuff up there. And all he keeps talking about is
Look at this one. Steve, it's something like a hamster.
That's one big ass hamster.
Yeah, that's one big ass hamster.
Yeah.
Hey, the first lady of Starfleet approves of this message. Big ass hamster. Beating around the booster. Blows goats. He's such a dick.
Move me around. You know I got arrows in every direction. So
Yeah, I know. I can't get rid of you. You're like a bad rash that keeps coming back. Oh wait. So Philip Cox is look. There's my never. Look at this. He's such a dick. Oh yeah.
you didn't wake him. You did not wake him.
What was that?
That wasn't us.
very unhappy camper in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's listening to Steve talk. He will be crying.
So since Philip wants to start the drama, have you guys seen a picture of him puckering up to kiss somebody's ass to get the next rank in line?
All right, here we go.
Boom. Look at that. He's licking those lips to get ready to pucker up to the commander of Starfleet's right ass cheek. Yeah, he's on here. Philip's on here.
Yeah, he already asked the question of the day so far.
Yep, there he is.
No, I did not barely wasted any time.
He's a cocky little.
Hold on. She just asked something over here. Hold on. Wait a second, Nikki. Wait till they zoom in on you.
It's like, why in... What did she say?
How about that database?
Oh, how about that database? Hang on, I got something for that too, right here.
I'll take Fleet Admiral AMA for 400, Alex.
And the answer is, this project will be done soon.
There's your question to the database.
Soon, but you told me it's going to be finished when it's finished. Make up your mind.
What is like? Didn't they stop accepting stuff in the database in 2018?
I don't know. Before my time. Hi, Paul. Yes, we know you don't kiss anybody's ass. We see that.
Sometimes it's fun.
There he is.
Trust us. Us at the Academy, we're scared once the database goes live and we input all those grades. So there are going to be some people that are like, okay, database is live. Why aren't the grades updated?
I can't wait for you guys, because it's going to be a real test and see how good this database is going to be, because you guys got like thousands of pages of Google documents to put in grades on. Good luck.
Question though, can't any of those be imported though into it though that you guys are putting it in?
Good evening, Kimberly.
From what I recall, and this is, I believe, talk that it can all be downloaded into a code that could be fed into the database. Again, this is just what I've overheard, which would certainly make it easier because I certainly know that once we get the green light, start inputting all the grades, that's a lot of grades. And I know that there's going to be some members out there that are like, okay, the database is live. Why aren't all the grades in?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, just like what Carol just said in the chat right there.
I didn't
That's
see it.
supposed to be an import.
Elizabeth, go pop another one.
But here's the thing. We all have imported stuff into stuff before, and something always goes wrong, and you have to just edit it anyway, so expect all that too.
You said it, John Darnell. It will be.
Exactly.
It's one thing that we're all fighting with as directors and assistant directors.
Good evening, Margaret.
Well, the problem is screaming at you guys is all it's going to do is slow it down.
It is.
They work with you and say, okay, what can I do to help? Well, now you got a different thing going on.
Yeah, we don't want to be the ones.
Once the database is complete, everybody should know, hey, don't ask about anything with the test for at least 2 months.
Yeah.
2 years.
I mean, right away you get informed what your grade was. It doesn't take it's not exhaustive for you to throw it in an email, ship it off to your CO.
Yeah, and it's definitely not.
And that maintains a complete and total tracking of what's going on. That can actually do more help for you guys than it can harm.
And I will say, us at the Academy, we've done a very good job maintaining our records. Like, our records are pretty spot on in terms of grades. So it's like, when people have questions, we can get the answers.
Hopefully they can get you the answers. Don't let them lie to you.
But and that's the thing. It's like, I know you guys were really good at least maintaining most of it and everything. I know the only thing that really falls out is if anybody's earned like a booth fee. But I know I too, and I'm not going to complain about it right now. I'll wait till everything's done and then everything to change up. That's fine with me on that,
Yeah, I mean, the booth fees are hard to award right now because it's, we don't have the database.
Yeah, and everybody has their own records. It's not like is it a central record or not?
So each, and if I'm not supposed to say too much, I'm sure TJ and Jill will kill me, but each institute has its own grade book, and each institute in there has its own tab of each college. So, if you have a question, you can certainly reach out to any of us directors and assistant directors. We have access to only our colleges, but we can see and, we can confirm anything that ever needs to be confirmed. But, it's all one central, Sam Black created these Google documents that, are very organized. They're the same exact streamline across the board. And yeah, the booth fees will be able to be caught up because you'll be able to see, like, okay, I've completed 100 courses.
Well, it's like what I was saying. I wasn't like complaining that I haven't gotten any of those yet. I know that's waiting for the database because with everything having to be in one central thing, it's just so hard to do it while everything's all puzzled together right now.
Yeah.
And trying to hopefully make sure people know, hey, don't complain about anything yet. I mean, again, it's an affordable fan club to begin with. So if you're complaining because you don't have this certificate or that certificate, you need to reevaluate a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Besides, you got to rely on it too. So that's like the blind leading the blind there. So,
but no. COVID has definitely made our numbers go up in terms of people who are doing exams and courses and whatnot. So it's nice to see it all being utilized.
Yeah, and that was one of the things why I started doing some this year was I had a lot of downtime for a while, so I started driving for Postmates. So it's like I needed to do something to keep busy, or I was going to go nuts.
Yep. And keep track of your own booth fees. So you put them in the course catalog, what they're called after each certain amount. And who knows? I'm sure somebody is, and they'll make sure that we have the same records they do. So
yeah. It's going to take time. It's going to be a lot of information they're going to have to put in there. I mean, it will take time. And remember, guys, everybody's volunteers. So do we have any updates in regards to memberships? What do you mean memberships, sir?
Have a what?
Type C charger.
Yeah.
Mine.
Howdy.
I renewed last week. It's already in the books.
I renewed too. My
2 days.
renewal was very quickly. I was very impressed.
Justin, what are you talking about memberships?
Yeah, I was actually wondering what question he was asking there.
Like, are the numbers going up? Like Linda Olson's
Justin,
member?
you need to come on and ask the question. I mean, you're right there.
Well, he's on his telephone. He's having issues with his computer.
Oh, okay. I forgot. I guess that's why he's gone.
So the database committee, the membership committee to look at possibly increasing the the dues, they are looking at it, and that's because the reason why is we're only going to increase enough to actually cover the PayPal costs, the fees that we have to pay. Because if you have one person, you pay $5, we get less than $3 and some change of that $5. Now, if you have like a 5-person plan on that, we barely even skim bare essentials on that. So we're trying to increase it to cover the PayPal cost.
I mean, that seems pretty sensible. I mean, I know a lot of places I donated money to, they say right in the field, like, check this box if you want to increase your donation by the amount of the fee that we get charged.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
Well, how much is the PayPal fee per?
It varies. It varies per package.
Well, is there a chance maybe to look into something like, Square or something like that can put it in that's a little cheaper?
We looked at that, and I believe my understanding is it was not going to be cost effective to switch everything over. So that's why we're looking at increasing. But see, if we increase it, it's not going to be a big jump. It might be $7 or $8 instead of a $5 membership. So it's not going to be that. I mean, it's not going to jump up $7 or $8, but I mean, it might be $1,
up to $7 or $8.
Up to $7 or $8. So it's not going to be a big thing. Certainly, we're not looking at going back to 15. But when the past administration dropped the dues, that's all well and great, but they did not take in costs. I mean, we're still in the hole from IC-19. It's just our budget for next year. We don't have enough to cover all of our budget. So,
I was going to ask if there's anything left in the budget from last year.
Well, I know there was something, I guess, on the AMA yesterday or whatever, Steve, that you're talking about trying to get back to the nonprofit status. What got us away from that?
People didn't file taxes. Plain and simple.
And costing pretty much SFI more money right now, right?
The first 4 months of his
about
command.
About $1,000 per penalty. I've got one more form I have to fill out, because if we hold any international conference out of the United States, we have to do a check for, basically it's a no-fly list for the United States. It says we won't let them into our conference, so we won't take money from them. So if we hold anything over there, we have to now go through this website to see. So if, let's say we hold a international conference in Great Britain, we have to go to the U.S. website that's got the no-fly list, basically the people that the government considers terrorists or possible terrorists. And if they're on that list, we cannot admit them into this. Now, this is something new. So once that's signed and faxed over, we will have our status back. Yeah.
I didn't understand that part of it, though, too.
I read the email from the IRS, and they said it's something that they are requiring if we do anything on the outside the United States. Which, I mean, we're not going to. I mean, we had one that was trying to be done in Australia, and it just was not cost effective. I mean, it was looking at like $14,000 for the CS to be there for like 4 days. That's not cost effective. There's no way they could even get a third of that in.
Yeah.
So.
And probably the furthest that we will go international will be Canada. So.
Yeah.
Some of these are common sense, and some of them are just bureaucratic red tape.
Pretty much.
Welcome to the government.
I do have a question for anybody in SFI that has a 3D printer and uses it on a regular basis. I have started a Facebook group for 3D printing. I design and do a whole bunch of STLs on a regular basis, routine basis. And I'm more than willing to share if we can do some creating for in-house instead of having to outsource everything, which some people will take as the right to use some of our designs and some logos, things like that for advertising. If they're ours, let's keep them ours. Add me on Facebook. Don't know who's got control of the screen there, but the private, I added the link to the group. Feel free to request joining. We can work together, share STLs. If you need something specific, you can let me know, and I'll shoot it up to you if I can design it and build it into an STL.
Which would be helpful to a lot of people that are trying to get into that or know a lot of it though too. So,
well, right, we can share information and we can share skills. And we can share models. We can so.
Hello.
there was a comment there that says interact transfers may be more cost effective still though too. I mean, is PayPal still the best option that we have for the fleet stuff?
Guys, I've got called into work. Ed, can you come on and be part of this?
Oh, be safe out there, Steve.
Yeah, I've got to go to work, guys. Ed, go ahead and take over. Happy New Year, guys.
That one and
Happy New Year. Stay safe, Steve.
Stay safe.
I wonder if Ed's still there.
There he is. There he is. Welcome back, Ed.
I was in the control room.
So now we can actually say let's vote for Drew for Admiral because we don't have an Admiral in here right now.
Yeah, knock him off the screen.
And that's the thing, it's like only Ed and Justin now can do that.
At Sapphire Bartow, I'm gonna raffle.
Honestly, I'm surprised Steve wasn't called out earlier on this night of all nights.
Yeah.
This one's finished. This one's gone for raffles.
No, that's looking good there, Drew.
Yeah, unfortunately, a small part of the 3D print that should have been replaced a while back. I didn't replace it, and it melted, so I have to replace it. It comes Monday, so I can get it done, and then I can do the top. Somebody else for stereo.
So I'm getting.
I
forgot you were an Admiral there. I meant let's make Drew Fleet Admiral. How about that?
No. I will permanently retire.
So how long has everybody been in the here?
I've been in SFI since last February.
I've
been a Star Trek fan since I was 9. So
I've been in SFI since 2008.
Somebody, Jeff, you're muted or something. You weren't saying anything. Still muted.
You're muted, Jeff.
Turn your mic on.
Alma, check your battery.
I was thinking that line from Sister Act 2.
I'm not using that one. That one's over there. As of Pearl Harbor Day, 25 years.
How long were you, Ed?
Since 87.
You got me beat by about a few years.
Yeah.
4 years. I'm 30 years in.
Jeanette Maddox was CS when I joined.
Same here. And you survived through the McGinnis administration too.
We don't talk about McGinnis.
I was in his region, so I don't. I can say what I want about him now.
Sorry.
I met him.
Sorry.
Yeah. Now I'm sorry.
Well, I
Correction.
mean,
26 years. I'm sorry. It was 94, not 95.
I still remember. It's weird. I can't remember half the stuff that I, like day to day. But I still remember my original SCC number.
I still have my original SCC number.
I have mine somewhere though too. SCC 20132-12.
I was gonna say, do you remember when the SCC numbers had the dash region there?
Yeah.
Yep.
How long ago did that change? Was it about 10 years ago or so, or 15?
I don't know. But I always wonder what would happen if you moved.
I think Fran's got us beat, all of us. Fran, there, see?
Yeah,
My fleet admiral.
So I guess I was. I saw somebody.
Fran is a fleet admiral.
It was either Ed or Justin made posted the thing about what our New Year's resolutions are. What is everybody's resolution so far? Besides to never look back at 2020 again.
To adopt 2020 as a derogatory remark.
Those of us that are over 40, were warned that and drank, were warned. Indeed, 2020. We knew it was going to happen.
Oh, MD 2020, yes.
Oh, Mad Dog 2020.
Oh, yeah.
2020.
They still
called it that for a reason.
I don't even know why anymore. It's like
It was either MD 2020 or Zenka Vodka.
Zima.
Zima, oh my God.
Zima with a little grenadine in it.
Back when I was 19 years old, the state of Illinois' legal drinking age was 19 for beer and wine. The strongest one you could get is Mad Dog 2020. And I had a friend that drank that like it was water. He loved it. He thought he might get a buzz off it, though. I don't think he did.
She also said something about Boone's Farm, though, too. Is like,
yeah.
Yeah, then there is that Boone's Farm. That was
And Drew, you had a lot of stuff in the military to begin with that probably beats anything that was ever made here.
General Order 7.A.
I had some very
All-Star Fleet time travel to 2020 is banned.
Yeah, you can even go to the bad planet, but you can't come back to 2020.
It's like, who would even want to anymore and everything, other than to see it. There's been so many weird passings of celebrities and everything, though, too. It's like some, okay, you figured a little bit, but like in wrestling alone, we had 2 wrestlers that were surprise deaths. One drowned, can't say that, but one died of a lung issue just recently, and he, like, younger than me, on both of them. So it's like this whole year has hit really hard, with friends, family, celebrities passing.
Actually, it's an hour and 30 minutes for Region 12 here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want to talk about how bad 2020 was? January, I had a stent put in my heart. I had a 90% blockage in one of my arteries. And then just a few weeks ago, I found out I have a tooth that needs to be extracted. So, yay.
Impressive.
Yeah, it was like I got on my own insurance again finally at the beginning of the year. Then I had a cardiac ablation and got on like 20 different meds now. It's like, holy crap. It's like this year has like been. But the best thing, I got her. So she hasn't left yet. The chain and the electric fence and all that works wonders. So.
Well, the one thing I found out in 2020 is a aneurysm that was on the lower quadrant of my aorta is shrinking on its own.
I'm sorry to hear that, Margaret.
My cardiologist said it's a very rare occurrence, but they do happen. They will repair themselves, and mine is shrinking.
Good to hear.
So
what's been?
I'm not going to complain.
Like I talked about her. What everybody's like saying all the stuff that's happened that was bad. What has good happened in 2020?
Well, that was good. It was 6 centimeters, and it's now 4.
I was segueing into more good stuff. So,
2020, I joined all of you guys, and that's fine. With the exception of Jim, that's a really good thing.
Yeah.
He keeps trying to push me for admiral. I don't want to go above captain, ever.
Yeah.
I was in one group that used ranks, and I made fleet admiral, and after 2 years, I said, that's it, I'm leaving. And I came back a year and a half later and stepped in into captain, and I said, oh, you're not promoting me. Oh, geez. Tim hates me. It's official. I could just see that one. That's when you hear the Senate and the House all shooting.
You would fire everybody, just like say, screw it, let's just go back.
No, I wouldn't, but I'd show them that, okay, we work for the people until they're actually being able to produce. You're not able to get an income.
Like Carol said, like that's one of the things that
Good observation, Carol. Good observation.
The Zoom stuff has really picked up and be able to have people do other stuff, how to social interact when we were blocked from being able to physically interact with people, though. So that's actually wasn't that bad of an idea there.
That's a good one, Margaret. No cavities. That's always a good thing.
I'm thankful my family is healthy and able to see each other.
Yep.
Same here.
Where are you at, Jeff?
Rockford, Illinois, where we just had that triple homicide about last weekend.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
That's still a good
shot. All 60 or 70 years old, all shot dead. 2 teenagers and another 60-year-old was wounded. One in the face. The youngest got in the face.
Oof.
And it was an active duty Green Beret that did the dirty work.
Well, you got to think one thing, though, like a lot of people doing, like how kids are being half the time. With everybody being homeschooled now, the parents are seeing exactly how their kids are acting and probably fixing that problem.
Yeah. They got access to the back shed.
Or
can't do that anymore. It'll hurt somebody's feelings.
If you were in a school setting.
Yes, but parents are afraid to because then they call the police.
Yeah, it depends on the age of the person. I heard about someone who called a friend of ours on the same thing. And what'd she do? Well, she spanked her kid. She shouldn't have done it. according to state law, she can spank her kid. She can't abuse her kid. He can't bleed a doubt, but he can certainly discipline them any way they want.
We had a case here in Baton Rouge where they're not homeschooling, they're doing the Zoom for the school, and some kid had a BB gun. Teacher reported it saying there's a firearm in the classroom, and now it's a whole big court case, even though he was home.
We have an officer here in town who responded to a child being disciplined, and he literally walked up, told the mother flat out, right, do it again. And he told the kid, you see my belt? If I get called out here again, I'm hitting you.
Really? You are? Okay. You froze up, Drew, and you are freezing up.
I am?
Yeah.
I shouldn't be.
You kind of been burping most of the night, as it seems like.
Well, then it's the TV shows being watched at the other end of the house.
Yell at her. I dare you.
Yeah.
She could whip you.
I think we need a new modem because it's been acting up.
I've been having a lot of problems with the internet here, though, too. So.
That and about 3 blocks from here, they're tearing up the lines, so God knows which one they're messing with at any given moment. Then they just leave them until the next day.
Actually, whoever clicked on Donnie, the one right above it from Tiffany on YouTube, had a good comment there as well. It's like,
It's so weird watching NBC right now, Times Square. It's just weird.
yeah. Oh, shit, I didn't even think about it this year. There ain't nobody there, is there?
Nope.
No.
Just first responders, a few military types and stuff like that. They're showing ABC as on my TV right now, and it's not as crowded as it used to be, but usually is. But there are people there.
Probably.
I do love that they still call it Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
it should be that for the end of time. Honestly, it should always.
Oh, absolutely. But get rid of Ryan Seacrest.
As long as ABC's the network, that's what it's going to be. Starring Ryan Seacrest. What's his name?
Potato.
Actually, Seacrest is probably better than Seacrest.
Sequest DSP.
Seacrest is more accurate.
But I mean, I guess one of the good things that this year has really done is brought a lot of us closer together. Just that we probably would not have seen each other too often, other than occasional Facebook message here and there, like with these chats for one.
That's true.
And I
AMAs and everything. So that's one great thing that Steve did this year, and started to clean up a lot. I mean,
oh yeah. Everybody hearing me okay?
Times Square.
Yeah,
Not by my view.
but I mean, I guess the other thing though that we had to really do. Holy.
Okay, I see it.
Yikes.
Mickey.
Impressive.
That place is normally packed.
Yeah, it's just sad.
Unbelievable.
So since there's no people there better be some major fireworks display when the ball drops. I'm honest on it. You know, some kind of wait. Oh yeah, I always watch it.
Okay, if Jennifer Lopez is about to perform, I'm going to be watching that for a second.
Right.
Agreed.
Do you need some privacy, Greg? I mean,
no, I'm gay, but I just love Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't mean it like that. I just meant
they actually aired that here in the States, Greg, when it went off. So
Actually, I don't know what she's wearing on her head, so I think I'm all set.
her version of the ball drop. That's what it looks from here.
It does. It looks like a wedding cake.
Yeah.
those snowballs, those hostess.
Hold on, wait a minute. Trying to figure out why there was
Crown. That's
light on my
one.
thing there. Huh. Oh, wait a minute. That's why.
I'm gonna check 13. I mean NBC here.
No, this is the first New Year's that I'm actually not doing anything. I usually bartend, and it's just
Yeah.
Oh well.
I worked in the bar for 7
This is
years.
what I do now. The last 9 years, I've had my grandson with me.
Yep.
Of course, he gets on the computer and he stays on it.
Well, 2013, I worked in the bar business, cook and manager, and I never had any of the holidays off. I even bartended on Christmas Eve and Christmas to get extra cash. I didn't miss it this year at all. So
No, I mean, I work. Both of my jobs were considered essential. And I work at a restaurant part time, and I work tonight, and it's just like I was home by night. Like I was home when I just got home. I was busy, so I just wanted to shower, and I'll be right on.
now, I was going to ask, did your restaurant ever shut down?
No, we went to go only.
Okay.
But we never fully shut down.
And that's what still a lot of them here in St. Louis. They restarted that again in November, and then it's still to go only or whatever, no dining in most of the central St. Louis area. Some of the outer areas like Jefferson County and stuff had started to allow some of it in some places, but not a lot.
Yeah, and my full-time job, I'm the office manager for a car dealership, and we're considered essential, so we never stopped, and we actually got busy. People were out buying cars. People were out doing things.
Well, that was from
One of the few ways they could actually see other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say that was probably also the earlier stimulus, and anybody that was getting unemployment at the time with the extra money. So
yeah. So it's just
Pretty sad when they're talking to freaking dolls.
Yeah, I work for a financial institution, so we're essential services as well. Yay.
I really hope 2021, I'm not going to say good or bad. I'm not going to say the worst is over now because I'll jinx it. I'm not going to say this or that. But 2021, hopefully we get to the point to where it's back to normality, as normal as we've ever been, kind of, so.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the pandemic certainly and the political climate that was 2020 is certainly, I don't know how I want to phrase this, political correctness.
I got an answer for this here. Anything that's frozen that you have to blend the ice with.
The last restaurant I worked at before the one I work at now, the owner, who wasn't a bartender, like, oh, I got you. What do you guys think? Do you guys want a blender? And literally all of us bartenders were like, no.
Oh, see, the one I worked for was a friend of mine, and he had no bartending experience whatsoever, and he always kept bringing in the blender. We always kept saying it was broke. It's like
just like McDonald's.
Our environment. I mean, you want the best way to make money in the bar business is speed. You have to know how to mix the stuff, but making frozen stuff takes so much time. Just getting all that together, and then you have to wash it and then redo it again, and everything is like anything that involves ice is probably the really question there. So yeah.
Well, then again, it's just the good old 2-ingredient Jack and Diet Pepsi.
No ice?
No ice. Whiskey's cold from the fridge.
Hey, Chris.
Jennifer Lopez being brave, wearing her costume now. It's cold out.
Yeah, I don't even have the TV on.
She looks good. She looks good for free.
Yeah. My TV's over there.
So yeah, this year though I had a lot of wrestling bookings I had to cancel because they weren't doing any wrestling shows with fans in them whatsoever.
Yeah.
It was like I couldn't do anything at all. I did 5 shows, I think, this whole year. 3 at the beginning of the year, 2 around October, and then they start doing the lockdowns again. It's like, done already.
Well, with you playing the manager role, you had to sit there and hype up the crowd, too. So you need the crowd.
That's the one thing I said about WWE is like, I don't know how if before they got those TV monitors there, I don't know how you can do these shows without interacting with somebody there. Because if you don't know how to play off the crowd, it's like you don't know what to do.
Yeah. Because I've been to a couple of live WWE events, and it's different from watching it on TV.
Oh, yeah, it always is.
Commentary from Jerry Lawler and the King.
So, yeah, you need the crowd to work off because you don't know what's going on and anything because you don't hear the commentary and stuff. Well, some indie shows you hear the commentary a lot, which is kind of stupid sometimes, but that's just my opinion. But, right. I mean, yeah, you don't hear or see a whole hell of a lot of it. I mean, so you have to do a whole heck of a lot. And everything has pretty much changed all this year on how to do stuff, whether it's been work, everybody working from home and doing Zoom meetings and everything to that. It's like, but we made it the whole year.
Yeah, and now I have fun job hunting in the midst of COVID.
And I can honestly say right now, I'm glad Betty White made it through this year.
Wrap her up with bubble wrap. I keep telling you, man. Come on.
Where, Tor? Tor? Come here.
But now I get to have fun job hunting during COVID, so.
Were you the one that Kimberly was talking about?
Uh-huh.
What the hell?
Not going to go into it.
Yeah, I know. No, I just meant what the hell. It wasn't a question mark. There was an exclamation mark on that.
Right.
Hey, rhetorical remark. If I ever heard one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get Tori. Hang on one more time.
No problem, Drew. Take your time.
There are people down here. They're like socially distanced.
Oh, hold on. Let me. So,
Jeff, it's very weird seeing all the football figures dancing.
Take a look at that. There are people actually down there. They're all in boxes away from each other, kind of.
Wow.
So it's like it's not. You probably had to buy each box or something, probably for a couple of grand or something.
Right.
So I mean, you've got some people there, which basically makes it like that's the year that everybody had to like make reservations really quick or not go. So.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, the only people that are being admitted are health workers, first responders, military. That's it. And you have to have a reservation to be there. So.
Mm-hmm. Back when I was single, that was one of the things I always wanted to do was head to Times Square to be a part of the New Year's Eve celebration.
I went last year. Definitely an experience.
Yeah, and I've heard it's not a good experience either because the amount of people in Times Square.
The amount of people, and I've heard so many stories. People wore diapers. Because they couldn't even go to the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like once you're there, you're there. And like,
come on.
It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I definitely went for it. But
Tiffany, you just continue to order your fruity frozen drinks. You are fine. They're just talking about horror stories from when they were bartenders. You keep doing you, Tiffany.
If you're at the small bars or the restaurants and everything, Tiffany, that's absolutely fine because they're not like if you're at a club or whatever, which I don't know if you're a clubbing type person. Most of those are that because I work in clubs more than bars.
Yeah,
so that's more like why that's a little difficult to do because there's so much you're trying to get a volume out, and that just slows it down a little bit. But like restaurants and the smaller bars is usually fine with. So.
Yeah, because the more money you make, the better you're able to tip out your bar backs, your staff as a bartender, because you got to tip out your tips to your bar backs and your support staff.
And that's the thing, though, too. When you got the tips, if you're slow making that one drink, then the other people that are waiting are not going to tip as well because they think you're taking forever, though, too. So that one drink doesn't affect it; it affects everything. So.
It's snowballs.
I think we've been having good enough questions, but what do you think you want to do, Justin?
I'm good with calling it, Ed. What about you?
Whatever you guys want to do.
Well, why don't we wait until after midnight Eastern and then call it a night?
Yeah,
that sounds like
if that's okay with you guys, that is.
That's perfectly fine by me. There, Jeff.
It's okay with me, although Tori might have.
Oh, thank you very much, Tim.
I had to use that one. I mean,
Tori keeps calling me in there because it's close to New Year's. She wants us all together. So, and I tell her, "You can come in here." She's like, "No. We got to be in here. Just family, just family."
So, Tim, did you put up one that said Drew for president at one point?
Yeah, he said that.
Okay. All right.
He wants to see me get killed.
Good.
I gave up doing that one. I mean, so.
Yeah.
No, that just gets me out of SFI.
Hold on.
You know, I'm really surprised you haven't started targeting me, Tim.
You just reminded him to start targeting you.
Yeah.
I don't pick on everybody that has control of the buttons because you can bring me back on. So.
I have no control.
You do that to Steve all the time.
Okay, I got it. I get it.
You do that to Steve all the time. So.
If these smarty pants that have control of that make me a fleet admiral, you'll get it. You'll get it.
You know what, Ed? Let's just keep that up. I like that fact that we can keep tabs on New York right now.
Anyway, gentlemen, I'm being called by the ladies of the house, and the short one will kill me if I miss this.
Fair enough,
You
Drew.
have a good New Year too.
Thank you very much.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Stay long and prosper.
Peace and long life.
Jason, Steve got called into work, unfortunately. That's what happens when he's popular.
Well, as I was saying earlier, I'm surprised it didn't happen way sooner for the night that it is.
Right?
Because I wouldn't be surprised that two of the nights that he's really busy at is 4th of July and New Year's Eve. You know?
Yeah, I agree with you, Jim.
Because again, it's playing the game of, is it fireworks or is it gunfire?
Yeah. We already had some fireworks get lit off over close enough in here to where I live that it actually set off an alarm on our car. Yeah. And thankfully it happened at the time when my computer was updating and rebooting, so which seemed to fix my lag issue. So thankfully that was a quick fix.
So I guess while we're waiting for that, if you had to pick somebody else to host it, since Dick Clark has passed and nobody likes Ryan Seacrest, who would y'all pick?
I kind of like Jason Momoa's energy that he brings to whatever he does. I think he would be an outstanding host for New Year's Eve.
I can see that.
Like, the only other person I would have picked at first, but he's already passed, so too, would be Regis Philbin at some point. I mean, and now thinking about it, I have no idea.
Right? Yeah, the only person that comes to mind is Jason Momoa for me. Anyways.
And one. Happy New Year.
I guess Drew Carey, possibly. Since you only got to be worried about it for one day out of the year for that one, he has the rest of the year for his other job. So
right, Tiffany, I can agree with you on that one too. I could see her doing it.
Happy New Year 2021. Happy 2021.
Sponsored by Planet Fitness.
Which has no gyms open right now whatsoever across the country.
Actually, I think Betty White definitely would have been a great one for it too.
Yeah. Like I said, grab her and bubble wrap when you keep her safe. Good morning, Rob.
You do know you're all live on this on YouTube and Facebook, right? So watch out what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
I say that while I got asshole and other type of cards on here.
Right. Why do you say that, Elizabeth?
Because I think he's overused a whole heck of a lot, though, too.
Yeah.
I think he's done a pretty good, decent job taking over the prices right from Bob Barker.
Well, hell, actually, Bob Barker's retired. He probably could do it for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring up Steve Harvey to do it.
There you go.
As long as he doesn't mess it up like he did for the.
But at least he's not. He's not giving a trophy to someone.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're going that route, what about Kevin Hart?
Oh,
Actually,
God.
That would be funny.
Out of Kevin Hart or Steve Harvey, I would definitely pick Steve Harvey.
Right.
Or, the other thing, though, too, is the fact that why not have like a rotating guest each year?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that can, like, exhume the quality that Dick Clark had.
Yeah, and like what Elizabeth just said, I mean, Dick Clark was one of a kind. I mean, it's hard to fill his shoes. So anybody that they pick has huge shoes to fill. From when he did American Bandstand to Rockin' New Year's Eve. I mean, Dick Clark was a icon in the hosting business during the 70s.
I think we could pick people that would be better than Ryan Seacrest, though. I mean,
this is true.
I mean, you could think of all the different shows that had guests on it or whatever. You got like Simon Cowell that could probably host it a little bit, but I mean, he looks like he doesn't age either, like a vampire like Dick Clark was. So
yeah.
Oh, come here.
But as we're winding down 2020 on the East Coast, hope everybody in the fleet has an excellent new year and a prosperous 2021. And just think, hindsight truly is now 2020.
Well, the other thing, though, too, is, okay, so everybody look at 2020 as the first season of Discovery. It will get better now. So
there it is. Speaking of which, has anybody caught up on today's episode?
No, I got to get that one.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. My goodness gracious.
Billy, talk to us. What do you see? Well, the Square is not as packed as it would usually be on New Year's Eve, but we can still see people in the buildings. They're celebrating in the buildings all around us. They're watching their televisions. They're getting
At the 1 minute mark.
friends. They're toasting
Sounds good.
new and improved 2021, preparing for that midnight kiss. I'm definitely getting a really good feeling about the year to come. Brian?
It's coming down.
Let's face it, it's been a tough year. One of the things that we do best is bounce back.
Tiffany, not everybody likes country music, unfortunately.
Seconds until the new year. Jennifer,
well, the other thing, too, is like, you can't really have the music or the feeds that get cut.
Right.
What could be the biggest one yet? 15.
Four, 2, 1. Goodbye. See you never.
And on that note, I'm Captain Justin Fitzik, Senior Director of After Dark. I was joined tonight by Lieutenant General Ed Tunis, Colonel Tim Johns, Lieutenant Commander Gregg Kliener, and Admiral Jeffrey Hagen on behalf of Fleet Admiral Stephen Parmley and the After Dark team. Live long and prosper, and have a joyous and prosperous New Year.